Look at what's going on now in the campaigning, and do you miss it in any way? And do you look at them and go, oh, you're making big mistakes?
I don't miss it. It's always good to get out of Washington, which can sometimes be a little depressing.
To get out of Washington,
Yeah.
or to, what part is depressing?
Well, Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Right.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah, no, but
You're kind of not kidding. You're kind of not kidding.
I'm kind of not kidding.
Yeah, I mean, what was the biggest surprise for you? When you became president, what surprised you the most?
Well, the fact is that most of the time, if something reaches my desk, it means it's really hard, which is why they bumped it up to me, because nobody else could figure it out. And you know, when I came in, the economy was collapsing. We were about to go into a Great Depression. We had to make a whole bunch of decisions about saving the auto industry, or making sure that you know, businesses got back on their feet, or the housing market would recover. And you know, you're having to make big bets with incomplete information. You're not sure that everything's going to work. And I think that part of what's happened in this Instagram, you know, Twitter culture is that we expect quick answers without sacrifice, without having to make choices, and politicians play into that. But the truth of the matter is, you know, the world is a big, complicated place. The good news is that we're generally going in the right direction, and my hope is that we'll continue to do so.
That's everybody's hope. But let's talk about me. I feel like, don't you think if more people danced and just had fun instead of, everyone takes everything so seriously, and I think that we have these, you know, people that all, I'm kind of kidding there, obviously, but I think we have people that we all have the one thing in common, which is we just want a good quality of life.
Right.
And then we have these people that feel one way, and if someone feels another way, we tend to hate them. And it's just
That's
really
not helpful.
No, it's not helpful.
The amount of stuff that is just put out there on the internet or on sometimes news broadcasts that are just factually inaccurate is surprising, and it's really hard to catch up. Since I came into office, we reduced the deficit by 2/3. But if you ask the average person, they're sure that spending has shot up. And the reason is because there are a bunch of folks who say that we're wildly overspending, even though we aren't.
Right.
And that's just one small example, but it happens all the time, and that's something that we have to fix, partly by people paying more attention to what's going on every single day. And it's hard. People are busy. They're dropping off their kids. They're, you know, working. They're, you know, trying to figure out how they get some exercise, do some push-ups, and you know.
Speaking of her,
okay.
What do you and Michelle disagree on?
Well,
like, what do you fight about?
you know, after about 15 years, I finally figured out that she's always right. So then, surprisingly, we just stopped fighting
Then
after
there's
that.
no more fighting. Well, she's a cheater. You know that. When you talk about the push-ups, I'm not gonna argue about it anymore. But she's a cheater.
Yeah.
Look how far down I went, and look how
you're still upset about that.
I am, so because she didn't go down all the way, and she claims she had longer arms, and so listen, it was very impressive that she kept going, but she didn't go down as far as me. Look at her.
Okay.
Look.
She's gone down pretty far.
No, not as far down as me. Look.
I mean, those are good. You have good form.
I have better form than her, and
You have good form.
All right, listen.